Hello, all of you. Welcome to the second class for business restructuring. We are starting it now and we are taking it in the bright sunlight. Otherwise, we are taking it in the evening. So, hope so. This new schedule suits me and you all. Okay. Chalo. Now, what we have done is always I have been saying there's a methodology to prepare for the professional exam. And as there was a gap of 2-3 days, I want you all to recollect with me. There are few topics which are mandatorily asked. One of them is like MAT, one MCQ and one main question covering minimum 10 to 12 marks. So your coming Sunday, the exam is on MAT, company assessment, special company, section 115, AB and all that, what we have done. So that you all, even including your company related trust, 3 types of trust we have checked: business trust, real estate investment trust, and securitization trust. So all this exam prepares super well because the weightage is 10 to 12 marks mandatory. Second thing is today's topic, business restructuring, either slump sale, or today what problem I'm going to do, combined concept of deemed dividend and liquidation. So weightage wise, sure, every exam you find 8 marks problem for business restructuring, and it is super scoring provided you have a good base of inter video which I have already given you. Did you all watch the capital gain video to know what are the exemptions available and all? Material also, the revision material in the form of a book only, I am taking it out. Just Sarthi, that is your companion till exam, covering up all your deductions, business ad, TDS, TCS, all. Okay. And as demanded by all of you, TDS, TCS details videos, I'll take it up because last exam in CMA final, 8 marks. Before that, 6 marks they have asked the provisions of TDS and TDS. Okay. Chalo. Slum sale, I'm not revising anything now. Last class we have done, it is an optional scheme and we have solved problems. So if you have a doubt, revert back yourself how we have studied the slum sale. As you say, you want to revise everything about slum sale. We have I taught you the concept, I made you write the booster notes, and then we worked out the problems. In case of lump sum sale, you are taking sale consideration minus net worth, you get capital gain. No indexation. And how do you calculate net worth? Depreciable asset WDV, non-depreciable at cost, ignoring revaluation. All the other assets at book value, your cash, datas, bank. And your liabilities at book value, if there are some changes, you have to take. This is how you get the net worth, deduct from the sale consideration, you get the capital gain, pay the tax. Question is, whatever you calculate slum sale, whether it is short term or long term, will depend upon the age of the capital asset. Anyone, I have transferred lump sum 4-5 assets to you for 50 lakhs. Any one of the asset is long term, then it will be whole capital gain is long term. There's an amendment here. I'll click and send that message also. But I think we all should write it also. In slum sale, we have finished everything, but there is an amendment that now when you are taking the value of the immovable property, you have to take the fair market value of the asset given up or the fair market value of the asset received. For this, they have given rule 111 UAE. That rule is not there in your syllabus, but just you have to take the fair market value. Okay. So I will make you write this. Not now. ठीक है, एक बार लिखेंगे बाद में. चलो. Right now, I am introducing concept of deemed dividend. From scratch we will take. Once you understand deemed dividend, what I am explaining now is a part of income from other sources chapter. Linked to that is your liquidation capital gain problem, which are covered in business. See, business restructuring means change in the form of business. Merging of two companies, splitting, liquidation, close down, conversion of partnership into LL. So change in the organization ke time pe, what is the capital gain impact? So this is the second class. It might go until 4th class. So all combination problems are there. Okay. Chalo. Right now I'm taking up the concept of deemed dividend, and nothing I want to read from here. I'll explain it in my own way. And once it is clear, then we will write the notes. Yeah, last class I also covered everything about the buyback of the shares. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Now all of you should know, I want all of you to write some running notes also. Concept of dividend first of all. Deemed dividend मैंने ऊपर लिखा था. That day we tried to take the class on mobile data but didn't work. हमने थोड़ा सा लिखा भी था. इसको भी यूज कर लेंगे. But right now, concept of dividend. Concept of dividend you all should know. You all know companies give interim dividend. Everyone knows what is interim dividend. During the running year, financial year is say 22-23. Yes. So during the running business, if the companies are giving dividend, that dividend is called as interim dividend. And then we have final dividend. Once the year is over, the companies give final dividend, which is also known as annual dividend. After the AGM, the company declares dividend and it is called as annual dividend. So this interim dividend, final dividend, annual dividend, all these dividends are taxable in the hands of the receiver, whether it is individual or company or anyone in income from other sources. Deductions, only one or two deductions are there, interest and ATM, which I will teach you now. So only in case of companies, you get a deduction. First, is it clear to all of you? Those who have studied long back, CA Inter, if you remember something like this, section 115, isko card do. Ma'am, when I was in Inter 2-3 years back, I had learned the concept of DDT, dividend distribution tax, CDT. You know, that concept was companies paying the tax to department on dividend distributed, and so dividend was exempt in the hands of shareholders. Now this is removed. This is removed. Sometimes, you know, you should very well know what is what not there in your syllabus, especially in income tax. So now all the kind of dividend, whether it is received from mutual fund, Indian company, foreign company, even that specified foreign company 26% से ज़्यादा share 115 BBD वैसा भी था ना एक, वो भी remove हो गया है. That was like some special kind of the dividend. More than 26% of foreign company shares, it was taxable at nothing doing. In short, any kind of dividend received by the shareholder is taxable in their hands as income from other sources. Okay. Subject to two deductions. Deductions are allowed, and how they are allowed, let us see. First deduction is allowed is interest. Okay. Interest. Are you all writing this? I want all of you to write it as a booster notes. Interest paid on loan taken to invest in shares is allowed maximum up to 20% of maximum up to 20% of dividend received. Are you all with me? Example, I want all of you to write. These are, ma'am, ye aap kya padha rahe hain capital gain mein? These are the minute things which are asked in MCQs and questions, and the answer will go wrong. So I might take one class extra, but I wanted to teach this in depth. Ye important hai. Ye dekho. Suppose example, I have received dividend rupees 1 lakh. Are you all comfortable listening and writing? I can't give you कि मैं पूरा screen भर दे रही हूँ, बैठ के आप लिखो. You write with me. Example, dividend received is rupees 1 lakh. Now you have taken loan taken rupees 10 lakhs at the rate of 15%. To invest in shares. Okay. Now, answer. What is the dividend received, dear students? इतने easy और scoring concept है for exam. What is the dividend received? 1 lakh rupees. How much is interest paid? Interest paid is 10 lakh ka 15%. Okay. 10 lakh ka 15% comes to how much? 1,50,000. Clear? 10 lakhs loan I have taken to invest in share market, on which I have earned dividend of 1 lakh. And interest paid is 1,50,000. Ma'am, can I show 50,000 loss? Answer is no. Pehle allowed tha, ab nahi. Interest paid is 150 is related to this, but allowed till 1 lakh ka 20%. Whatever interest you have received, only 20% related to that is allowed, and 80,000 is the dividend taxable. Super clear to all of you? All the kind of interest are taxable. Yes, all the kind of the interest are taxable. Chat box I have kept on the right hand side corner, so if you have any doubt you can ask. And then maximum. See, if I deduct all the interest, what will happen, dear students? I have earned dividend 1 lakh, but I have paid interest only 1,50,000. So 50,000 is loss. Can we show loss in other sources? Yes, but this is not allowed. They said interest paid is deductible only up to 20%. Clear? Chalo, now. Example is clear. Next. In case of company, any company, Indian company, foreign company, koi bhi company, okay, in case of company, ATM deduction is allowed. You will do all the deductions in separately in a topic, ATC to ATU. You put money in PPF, you get a deduction, Mediclaim, ATD, bank interest, ATTTS. Some are very popular. You should like know it at your tips. So in that, one of them added recently is in case of company, ATM deduction is allowed. Okay. How much it is allowed? Least of 2. I am making you write because I want this to be fitted in your mind. Least of the 2. Number 1. Aggregate. Aggregate of dividend received. Aggregate of dividend received. Okay. All dividend. Huh? 1 minute. Sorry. Here I really want all of you to go up and add deemed dividend. वही तो पढ़ना है, उसी का नाम लिखना भूल गए हम. Deemed dividend be taxable. All the kind of dividend are taxable. Interim dividend, final dividend. Ma'am, what is deemed dividend? I will teach you after some time. First, you understand this concept. Whatever aggregate of dividend received, all dividends. When I'm writing all the dividends, all dividends. Or aggregate dividend paid. Dividend paid to shareholder before due date. Dividend which is paid to shareholder before the due date. Okay. Whichever is lower is allowed to be deducted. This deduction is given only to your companies. Are you clear? Everyone finished writing this all booster notes what I have dictated right now from here? All the kind of dividend are taxable, and interest deduction you get. Ma'am, but for investing in share market, I have paid brokerage, I have done other expenses. No other expenses are allowed. Only interest is allowed. If you want, you can write here, no other expenses allowed. Yahin pe likho. Where you have written no interest is allowed. No other expenses are allowed. Clear? Chalo. Now let us see some problems related to this. Deemed dividend, I will take the concept. Right now, I am not teaching you deemed dividend, dear students. I am teaching you this. Interest part I thought I wrote, but I have not written it anywhere. Okay. ATM. If gross total income of domestic company includes dividend from company, foreign company, business trust, kahin se, mutual fund, Axis Bank, idhar udhar kahin se bhi. If you have received the dividend, including deemed dividend, हाँ but deemed dividend में अगर interest है तो यहाँ पे add on करो net. Net of interest paid. See, dividend received is 1 lakh, but interest is allowed 20,000. So what is the net of dividend? 80,000. Or dividend distributed to shareholders, whichever is lower. Due date. Dividend distributed to shareholders up to due date. And what is due date? Due date means 1 month before the due date of return of income. So that is the due date of the audit report. Suppose if 31st October is the due date, then you can take this as 30th of September. Are you all with me? Due date के पहले जितना भी dividend pay किया है or dividend received, least is deductible. Ma'am, why this deduction is given? Otherwise, dividend will be double tax, no? Huh? Listen to this. I am a company. I myself, I have received the dividend. Say from one company 10,000, another company 20,000, 30,000. Now same dividend I am giving to my shareholders. 30,000. So ये तो double tax हो गया ना? Same income. Trust is getting and trust is distributing to the unit holders. So they are saying when dividend is received and when you are paying dividend received or dividend paid, least of it you deducted under section 80M. And interest is allowed subject to that limit. So related to this, let us take up some very small questions. 1 minute. I have just simplified these questions. Okay. So that's why don't refer it from your material I have sent in the WhatsApp. If you want, you can keep your mobile phone open and preferably just write the data. It will be clear to all of you. Didn't want it to make it that complicated. Simple karke problems diye hain. So that even if it comes in MCQ, you'll be able to solve it. Ratan Limited, an Indian company, receives the following dividend. I've just sent it on Saturday only in the WhatsApp group, these 3 problems which I'm solving now. So Indian company receives following dividend income from shares of some company 5 lakh, from shares of another company 75, and Ratan Limited paid remuneration 10,000 for realizing dividend. Can I deduct 10,000? Quick answer I want from all of you. You can speak up, unmute करके, yes or no. ये 10,000 जो dividend realize करने के लिए I have kept a person or whatever and I am paying him. Can I deduct it anywhere? Yes or no? From dividend received, can I deduct remuneration paid 10,000? Yes or no? Quick answer from all of you. No, correct. You will not deduct. What is allowed to be deducted? Only if you have taken loan and if you have paid interest. That too limited to 20% of what you have received. Okay, right. So Ratan Limited has distributed dividend 4,60,000. That's good. ATM mein we can take a deduction. Okay, right. Now, the business income of Ratan Limited is 50 lakhs. Okay, their business income is 50 lakhs. One second. Huh? 50 lakhs is the business income. So are you all following the concept? Business income is 50 lakh. Income from other sources given. 10,000 you will not get the deduction anywhere. Compute the total income and tax liability ignoring MAT. Turnover of the company 2 years back is 480 crores. If it is less than 400 crores, they are paying the tax at 25%. But यहाँ पे तो they'll pay the tax at 30%. And even they are not special companies who are paying the tax at 22% and 25%. So 17th problem, this is the data. Let us put it in the notebook. Okay? From 2 companies you have received the dividend. Yeah. Notebook mein where you have written the concept right now, na? Wahi solve karo aage. Anyone in the class who is not following the concept, ask me. Problem number 17. Computation of income of Ratan Limited for the previous year 22-23. Particulars and single column bhi chalega. It's all in lakhs. First they have business income. Everything is in lakhs, so we can then take in decimals also. How much is the business income? Just now I told you how much is business income? 50 lakhs. Now income from other sources. They have received dividend. Dividend received. From one company, the dividend received is 5 lakh. From another company, it is 75,000. So 5.75. Interest is not there. And what else the expenses are paid? Huh? Brokerage is paid. Remuneration. You can write here or separately note. Remuneration paid. Not allowed to be deducted. बिल्कुल deduct नहीं होगा ये तो. It is not allowed to be deducted. So now what is the gross total income? 55 lakh 75,000. Less deduction. Under section what you are going to give the deduction? ATM. Will they say in the exam, dear students, calculate the ATM वाला deduction? Answer is no. आपको खुद से ध्यान रख के करना पड़ेगा. ATM का deduction मिलेगा. Okay. What is dividend received? Dividend received is 5,75,000. Dividend paid. Dividend paid is given 4,60,000. So whichever is lower is allowed to be deducted so that none of the income is taxable double. Otherwise, dividend received is as it is passed on to shareholder, ये तो doubly tax हो जाएगा. So dividend received is 5.75, 5,75,000. Dividend paid is 460, least is deductible. So now what you get is called as your total income. I want message from each one of you. Are you following? That's why I gave you booster notes. And then I have started with the problem. If you're not having problem, abhi I'll share the seat. 17th, 18th, 19th. Take a screenshot. I'm pausing whether you have followed or not how to take ATM deduction. Clear? All right. Thank you for the response. Chalo, let us take up one more question, one or two, and you can do. Acha, dividend paid is allowed till what date? Till the due date of filing the return. Sometimes AGM is delayed. So the annual dividend for 22-23 might be paid in November 23. Will you deduct that? Answer is no. So very important is date also, how you are going to deduct it. What happened? Screen sharing is not. 18th one we are doing now. Oh, sorry. They have asked you to calculate the tax liability and company's turnover is exceeding the limit of 400 crore. So we will not take 25% subsidized rate. We will take 30% tax. तो ना इसका tax calculation भी करते हैं. Income to we got 51 lakhs and all. Tax at what rate they will pay company? 30%. So how much is it coming? 51 lakh 15,000 into 30%. 15 lakh 34,500. Shall I take surcharge? This is a company. Surcharge will be above what amount? Quick answer from all of you. Surcharge कितने amount के ऊपर होगा? 1 crore. So the income is only 51 lakhs. So no question of surcharge. Directly can I take health and education says 4%? Yes. 1534,500 into 4%. 61,380 plus 1534, 1595,880 is the tax paid. Take your time. If there is any doubt, ask me. And I hope you all have written in notes that those two sections are abolished. Specified foreign companies in which. So this is the way you will solve 17th problem. Chalo. Problem number 18th we will read and do it now. From the following particulars, calculate the income of the rich limited. Business income is given 50 lakhs, dividend is 10 lakhs. Interest paid on money borrowed is 5 lakh. But 5 lakh will be allowed only till what amount? 2 lakh. 10 lakh is dividend received, so 20% tak allowed hai. Dividend collection charges 5,000 are not allowed to be deducted. Now, whatever dividend they have received and whatever dividend they have paid, September 22, middle of the year, they have paid interim dividend. Can we deduct? Yes. Final dividend for 22-23, they paid in May. Can we deduct? Yes. Interim dividend for 23-24. Okay. 23-24 interim dividend अगस्त में पे किया है तो will you deduct? Yes. Interim dividend for 23-24. Ma'am, but this 23-24 related dividend they have paid. I said whether the dividend is for 22-23, 23-24 or Purana. Whatever dividend is paid before due date of filing the return is allowed to be deducted. Is this allowed? 22-11-23? No. It's not allowed now, dear students, but it will be allowed next year. Is the problem clear to all of you? Yes? So what is allowed and what is not allowed should be clear. And dividend paid is not allowed. Chalo, let us take up this problem. Business income is how much? 15 lakhs. Same kind of problem. I think this problem you all can do it with me. Yes. business income 15 lakhs, income from other sources, dividend received. How much dividend is received? 10 lakhs. Interest paid 5 lakh. Subject to 20%, 2 lakh. Are you all with me? Correct है कि to earn this dividend you have invested in the share market by taking loan from market and you have paid 5 lakh interest, but interest is deductible only till 20% of the dividend received, 2 lakhs. तो कितना है आपका 10 lakhs और 2 lakhs, तो 8 lakhs आ गया. ठीक है, और कोई इनकम? नो. So what is your gross total income? 23 lakhs less deduction under section 80M least. What is dividend received? Now here is the googly, dear students. Many students take dividend received as 10 lakhs, but against that 2 lakh deduction, so net dividend received you should take, that is 8 lakhs and not 10 lakhs. And what is dividend paid? Bolo. Dividend paid I gave you right now, na? Dividend paid में 2-3 are there. One is dividend paid on 15th of September 2022, interim dividend. How much it is interim dividend? One second, let us take up the figures once. 50,000, 75,000 and 2 lakh 50,000. 50,000. Next, you have paid the dividend on 2nd April. जो भी date है आपका. How much you have paid? 75,000. Third is also paid before the due date, 250. Fourth is not deductible because it's not paid before the due date. So how much dividend is paid in during this year? 50,000 plus 75,000 plus 2 lakh 50,000. 3 lakh 75,000. 8 lakhs or is the dividend received. ये रहा, ऊपर taxable भी किया हमने. Or dividend paid is 375, so least is allowed to be deducted, so that this much dividend I have received and paid as it is, so I should not pay double taxation on this. Now what you get, you call it as your total income. 19 lakh 25,000. Finished. Easy. What new you have learned is interest deduction. How much is allowed, subject to. And then how do you do the net off? Nice. One more and then this deductions concept is over. Then we will start with deemed dividend. The speed is fine. Beans Limited is trading company. Business income is given as 50 lakhs. Okay, right. Now, turnover of the company of the preceding year is always less than 400 crores. Okay, so this company is going to pay 25% tax. Now, dividend is received from the various companies is 8 lakhs. Okay. Related expense is 80,000. 80,000 expense किधर भी deduct नहीं होगा. Not allowed. Dividend distributed between 20 to 23 is 32 lakhs. You have received 8 lakhs, but maybe through some other sources, whatever, but you have given dividend as 32 lakhs. So least of it is deductible. Compute the income. Your time starts now. इसको notebook में करो और मुझे बोलो. पहले total income भी बोलो, and they have not asked, but we should calculate the tax also. In 8 lakhs, is there any interest paid? 20%? No. And 80,000 is to not allowed. करो, प्रॉब्लम करो और आंसर बोलो. First you tell me the total income, then you tell me the tax. Yes. Ma'am, can they ask these kind of questions in 2 marks and MCQs also? Yes. Yes. It's very easy problem. Everyone should do it. Now I have just given one dividend. 8 lakh, they could give you various dividends. Dividend from this company and that company and like that. They can give you names of 2-3 companies, Indian company, foreign company, mutual fund. Faster. Yes, correct. Income is only business income 50 lakhs. Very good, very good, very good. And what's the tax? I know it's easy, then you should score good marks. Because 8 lakhs income you have added and 32 lakhs you have paid. So 8 lakhs will be added and deducted. And what about this related expense? Not deductible. You have to write a note. And on 50 lakhs, at what rate you have to calculate the tax? Because the turnover is less than 400 crores. You have to calculate the tax at the rate of 25%. Okay? Right. 19th problem. Computation of income of Beings Limited. First is we have written business income. How much is the business income? 50 lakhs. Add income from other sources, that is dividend. कितना है dividend? 8 lakhs. So the gross total income is 58 lakhs. Less deduction under section 80M. Least of the two. What is dividend received? 8 lakhs. What is dividend paid? 32 lakhs least. So 8 lakhs. So what is the total income? 50 lakhs. And what will be the tax thereon? 25% if the turnover of the company before 2 years is less than 400 crores. Huh? तो 50 lakhs का 25%. That is coming to 12,50,000. It's all in lakhs. और इस पे health and education cess लगेगा 4%. That's 0.5. And so 13 lakhs is the tax even. Very good. Some of you said the answer immediately. Calculate the tax. 1 second, I'm here only. Interesting or not? Easy? Followed all of you? Tax calculation also they can ask along with the total income. So that's all about the concept of dividend. Yes, that's all about the concept of dividend and your deductions. Now, what is the concept of deemed dividend? For that, again, we'll have to refer our own material. You know, company is earning. I gave you an example yesterday, so I'm using that example only. Concept of deemed dividend I have written, and then we'll use it and solve capital restructuring problems of liquidation. Suppose company share capital is 100, they have earned net profit 50. Now whatever they earn, they will not distribute to shareholders, no, in the form of dividend. What is dividend? Dividend is the profit which is distributed, say 10 rupees. 40 rupees is the accumulated profits of the company which is flowed back. Okay. Now, when the company is going into liquidation, that means company is closing. So we will say to shareholder, take your share capital back 100 rupees. And this profit also belongs to you 40. ये भी घर लेके जाओ 140. So I am giving to shareholder against their shares, say land of 140 rupees. तो shareholder को shares के against how much he is getting? 100. 40 rupees which is received by shareholder from the company is out of accumulated profits. Whether you give in cash or in kind or in any form, will it be treated as deemed dividend or assumed dividend? Answer is yes. And is this, say there are 10 shareholders, so each shareholder will get 10 rupees for the share capital and 4 rupees accumulated profit. Now 14 rupees shareholder has received. In that 4 rupees dividend will be taxable for him under income from other sources. Are you getting? Direct dividend दे दो या company बंद होने के time, if the company is giving reserves any time back to shareholders, it is the deemed dividend. Okay. And what company is giving against the shares? It is routine transfer. Listen, when the company is going into liquidation, the shareholder's right is getting extinguished. If you check the definition of transfer, transfer is not, I have sold the shares in the secondary market to my friend. So transfer. In case of liquidation, I am transferring back the shares to company. It's not buyback. कंपनी को बोल रहे ये लो आपके शेयर्स वापस, इसके बदले आप हमारा पैसा दे दो, असेट दे दो, कुछ भी दे दो. When I am giving 100 rupees shares, my power is extinguishing. When the company goes into liquidation, the rights of the shareholders get extinguished. So my 100 rupees against whatever company gives, capital gain लगेगा. Shareholder, you sell your share to third party, capital gain. You sell your share to company, capital gain. And whatever company is giving 4 rupees reserve, is this a part of sale consideration for the shareholder? Answer is no. This is dividend. So even if company is saying, chalo all, sab mila ke gampa gutta 14 rupees ka ye land rakh lo. So in that land, what has come for 4 rupees is the deemed dividend taxable in income from other sources. And whatever has come for 10 rupees, that is the sale consideration for the shareholder for shares given to company. First, is this concept clear or not? Coming 10 minutes, you may feel like I'm teaching you law because this is core income tax law. Where I'm teaching you. Section 2, clause 22, subclause A, B, C, D, E. That's what I'm teaching you now. But when I apply this concept and solve liquidation problem, no, it will become super easy. Yes? Please message me. Is this clear to all of you? पूरा concept समझ में आया? Deem any time out of the accumulated profits, if the shareholders are getting any benefit in cash, kind कोई भी form में, profit is going to shareholder ना, dividend. That's the logic. ये देखो. Deemed dividend concept I've just given above that only. Yeah. Index rates के बाद. Deemed dividend includes any distribution by company. This is surely the language of law, but thoda patience ke sath 1-2 problems you solve, you will be clear. Any distribution by company to its shareholders to the extent of accumulated profit, whether realized or not, in release of all or any part of the assets. So company distribute कर रही है shareholders को out of accumulated profit in any form of the asset, cash, land, shares, दूसरे company के shares, कुछ भी, it is called as what? Deemed dividend. Ma'am, will it be taxable for the shareholders? Answer is yes. Where? Income from other sources. Yes. Today is the first day we are taking morning class, and your lunch break with me will be at 1:30. So make sure you take proper breakfast and something to sip along in the class. जाग तो रहे हैं ना सब लोग? Any distribution to its shareholders by company of the debenture stock or deposit with or without interest. Okay. So accumulated profit, rather than giving directly to shareholders, you are giving them debentures. समझ में आ रहा है? Shareholder, your accumulated this thing, your accumulated profit is 14 rupees. Against 14 rupees, we are giving debentures. So that debenture is nothing but deemed dividend. Now, distribution of bonus shares to preference shareholders, not equity shares, by company to the extent of accumulated profit. Accumulated profits में से अगर preference shares को bonus shares दे रहे तो it's a deemed dividend. I know little language है technical, but ये ऐसे ही है. And distribution made to shareholders by company on its liquidation to the extent to which the distribution is attributable to the accumulated. See, everywhere the language is same. Out of accumulated profits, company is giving anything to shareholders on liquidation. ये ले लो, आपके 14 rupees profit है, cash लो, kind लो, कुछ भी लो, it's a dividend. Any distribution by company to its shareholders on account of reduction of share capital to the extent to which company possesses accumulated profits, whether capitalized or not. हाँ? तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं? You are giving to shareholders on account of reduction of the share capital. Underline and write the term called. Have you studied in accounts internal reconstruction? Within the company does changes. They split the shares, they revalue the assets, and they remove all losses. So that reduction of the share capital, what is that? Reduction of the share capital, वो क्या है? In that, out of तो कभी भी internal reconstruction scheme is going on for company with the shareholders, and in scheme they are giving to shareholders the reserves. Bye deemed dividend taxable. Any payment to the extent of accumulated profits by private company, not being a public company. This fifth point is for closely held companies. Closely held companies are also known as the private companies. इसको लिखो यहाँ पे, closely held company. And उसकी story थोड़ी अलग है, अभी हम पढ़ेंगे. Any loan or advance to shareholder who holds beneficial ownership carrying not less than 10% voting right. Out of accumulated profit, company has given loan to the shareholder. That loan will be treated as deemed dividend and taxable in the hands of shareholder. But shareholder is saying, ma'am, I have taken loan, this is not dividend. But out of accumulated profit, if a closely held company has given out of accumulated profit any loan to shareholder, deemed dividend. Ma'am, but I am paying interest on loan, still taxable. Ma'am, but I have repaid the loan, still taxable. Simple. or loan and advance is given to a third party. ये देखो प्राइवेट कंपनी या तो शेयर होल्डर को डायरेक्ट दे रहे हैं या प्राइवेट कंपनी कोई थर्ड पार्टी को लोन दे रही है, एचयूएफ है, पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म है, एंड वेयर द मेन बेनिफिशियरी इज शेयर होल्डर, in which shareholder is a member with substantial interest more than 20% beneficial ownership. So private company gave loan to HUF. In HUF, the karta is only having 60% or more of the loan money. Okay, right. Then it is taxable as deemed dividend. Any payment on behalf for individual benefit of such person to a third party, किसी को भी पे करो तो भी डीम डिविडेंड है. बट द like how we say the prayer, everything is out of accumulated profits. Ma'am, accumulated profit is nothing but, yeah, accumulated profit are past years profit which you have not distributed as dividend. I gave you the example, no, your profit is 50 but you gave dividend 10, तो वो 40 जो जमा हो रहा है वो any time you give to shareholder any form, dividend, debenture, bonus share loan, any form, that 40 rupees, it's like waterfall going from company to the shareholder, is treated as deemed dividend. Clear? Out of accumulated profits. Now there are certain exceptions. Okay. And those exceptions are saying that cases wherein it is not treated as deemed dividend, वो बाद में देखेंगे, पहले एक बार वापस से ये नोटबुक में देखो. The problems also related to this are so easy, you'll be like surprised. मैम ये क्वेश्चन 5 लाख के लिए 5 मार्क के लिए पूछे, लाख के लिए नहीं. Concept of deemed dividend. I have finished with interim dividend, final dividend and related expense. Concept of deemed dividend. चलो साथ में करते हैं. Out of, if you want you write it, if you are comfortable reading law like language from book, then this is all given in your material on page number 221. Out of accumulated profits, out of accumulated profits, anything given to shareholder is treated as deemed dividend, taxable in income from other sources. So once again, I would like to revise concept of deemed dividend. Out of accumulated profits, you give to shareholders in any form, it will be treated as deemed dividend income from other sources. If you want, you write down. I'm giving it in brief notes. What is the first way you are giving? You read the language. It's like law, but you read it, it will be clear. Any distribution by company to shareholders to the extent of accumulated profit, whether realized or not, resulting in release of any part of the asset. So you can say transfer of asset. You have transferred some asset to shareholder. Second is transfer of debentures. Against the accumulated profits, we are giving debentures, or we are giving bonus shares not to equity shareholders, to preference shareholders, or any distribution made to shareholders on account of liquidation. Transfer of asset on liquidation. Liquidation के case में we are saying to shareholder, okay, we are closing the company, against accumulated profits, take this. Whatever you say, take this, is taxable in the hands of shareholder as what? Accumulated profits. Next, any distribution of by company to shareholders on account of reduction of share capital, that is इंटरनल रिकंस्ट्रक्शन. तो इंटरनल रिकंस्ट्रक्शन के टाइम पे एनी ट्रांसफर if you do, it is taxable as deemed dividend. Right? And the last one is in case of closely held company. This is very important. Star market, section 2, clause 22, subclause E. This is the most asked question in exam for 3 marks. What question is already asked, that also I'll take after this. Closely held company is giving, okay, number 1, loan to shareholder out of accumulated profits. बात समझ में आ रही है? प्राइवेट कंपनी है, इट इज गिविंग लोन टू शेयर होल्डर, नॉट मनी और मतलब नॉट डिविडेंड, लोन टू शेयर होल्डर out of accumulated profits. This is treated as what? Deemed dividend. Or loan to HUF, partnership firm, AOP, BOI. Are you all writing and understanding? Private company is giving loan to shareholder, sorry, not to shareholder, loan to these parties where the main beneficiary is shareholder. बात तो वही हुई, shareholder को direct नहीं देना, so I as a private company will give loan to HUF, and through HUF all the benefits have gone to Karta, so it's the same. Or the third one, loan to any person, where again the main beneficiary is shareholder. Same. Clear to all of you? So this is called as the concept of deemed dividend. Whether you transfer asset, whether you give out of, but everything should be out of accumulated profits. You give debentures to shareholders or bonus shares, or you give asset on transfer or internal reconstruction, or you give loan to shareholders out of the accumulated profits. Right? So whatever you're giving like this, it's all taxable as deemed dividend out of accumulated profit. Now here in the E1, notice even if shareholder paid interest on loan, sir, I have paid interest on loan, or loan is repaid, still loan given is taxable as deemed dividend. You want me to pause and you want to take down from the screen, or you all have followed? Can you message me? See, offline classes with 70-80 students in class, not a single student I miss out. I can look at their faces, who is copying, who is not following, who is in class, who is sitting in the class and out of the class. But for you all, I want response. Did you all follow the concept of deemed dividend? Ma'am, ऐसा diagram, ऐसे theory पूछेंगे? No. They'll give you practical questions which I'll take up now. Even if the shareholder has repaid the loan or he has paid the interest on loan, still it is taxable as deemed dividend. Baat khatam. Exception when 222E is not 222E, loan given is not treated as deemed dividend. You know, there are cases where closely held company, private company is giving money, but it is not treated as deemed dividend. First is if loan given is like trade advance. I'll explain the meaning, you all write down. If like loan given is treated as trade advance, or if loan giving is natural business of finance company. Are you getting? Mine is a chit fund or a private company or a bank, like privately finance ka kaam hi hai. And in that way, if we have given the loan, then it is not treated as deemed dividend. Okay? One or two aspects not clear here and there, you know my way of teaching. Keep patience 2-3 times when I repeat the concept with problem. So even if the private company has given a loan, but it is in the nature of trade advance. You know, sometimes we give advance to get the business. It's not a loan. Second is, if loan is given by a closely held company, but giving the loan is their natural business. उनका काम ही है business financing का. Then it is not treated as deemed dividend. Let me read all this from here and it will be very clear. Page number 222. See, I was reading from here. Any money given out of the accumulated profits, assets के form में, bonus के form में, liquidation, reduction, private company, सब taxable है. Loan or advance to shareholder who holds the beneficial ownership of equity shares carrying not less than 10% voting right, or loan or advance is given to a concern in which the main beneficiary or partner who is having more than 20% share, वो तो shareholder खुद है, or any payment on behalf of or the individual benefit of such shareholder. ठीक है? Exception. Any loan or advance to the shareholder in which shareholder has substantial interest will not be treated as dividend if loan or advance is given during the normal course of business, provided lending of the money is substantial part of the company. Where loan or advance is treated as dividend and subsequently the company declares and distributes dividend to shareholders, including borrowing shareholder, ये एक अलग point है, and dividend so paid is set off by company against the borrowing. Adjustment amount will not be treated as dividend again. Super. इसको ड्रॉ करके मैं बताती हूँ आपको. लैंग्वेज ऐसा है लेकिन बहुत इजी है. सी, closely held company. Only the fifth point is for closely held company, private company, you can say. Gave loan to shareholder. So loan dete se this is treated as what? Deemed dividend. Are you all with me? Loan dete se it is treated as deemed dividend, taxable for shareholder. Now, loan converted into dividend. Company saying to shareholder, we have given you 10,000 loan, to others we are giving dividend. ये लोन को डिविडेंड की तरह रख लो, वापस देने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो when the loan is converted into dividend, will it be taxable again in the hands of the shareholder? Already first only it is taxable as deemed dividend, not taxable again in the hands of shareholders. Not taxable again in hands of shareholder. I want you all to please draw this diagram. इसको करो अच्छे से. पूछो कुछ डाउट है तो. Not clear? First you tell me this last example is clear or not. Private company has given loan to shareholder. So in the hands of the shareholder, is it taxable as deemed dividend? Yes. Even if shareholder is paying interest, even if shareholder is repaying the loan, still it is taxable as deemed dividend in the hands of shareholder. Afterwards, company converted the loan only into dividend. Company said, shareholder, we gave you loan, 10,000. Now to other shareholders, we are giving dividend. To you, we are not giving dividend. You convert your loan only into dividend. मतलब आप हमको लोन वापस मत दो, ये हमारे तरफ से dividend समझ के you keep it. Don't repay the loan back. Treat it as dividend as we are giving dividend to other shareholders. So again, when they converted the loan into dividend, Will this same amount again be taxable as dividend? No, because it's already taxable as deemed dividend. Is this part clear to all of you? Chalo. Now fifth part, which is not clear. Closely held company, private company, I'm here, is giving loan to shareholders. It will be treated as deemed dividend. It is giving loan to third party, where the beneficiary is shareholder. It is giving loan to any person where the beneficiary is shareholder. So it will be taxable as deemed dividend. Now, even if the shareholder has paid interest or loan is repaid, still it is taxable. Now, exception when this loan is not treated as deemed dividend, if loan is given like a trade advance. Suppose I am a closely held company, I'm doing business with the shareholder, and as a deposit, sometimes if I want to buy goods from you, I need to give you deposits. So I have not given you loan out of accumulated profits, I've just given you trade deposit. So is this a loan? Answer is no. That's what is the first point. Second is, if the loan is given in the nature of business जिसका फाइनेंसिंग का काम ही है, I agree, out of accumulated profits I'm a closely held company and I gave loan to the shareholder which I should have not given, but this is my running business, I am a finance company और मेरा तो काम ही है loan लेना देना. Will this loan be taxable in the hands of the shareholders? Answer is no. Now is it clear to all of you? Promise me you will watch this video again as a recording. Huh? Immediately after the class, I'll upload it. Later on, it will be converted and all with the logo. But if you want, I'll upload it और इसको जरूर वापस से देखो. ठीक है? Right. Now, ये सब जो logic magic last 15 minutes. As a teacher, when I have studied it first time, when we were student, that time this was not there, but I don't remember also hoga law mein to. But when I studied, even I took a lot of time in understanding the language. But now promise within 10 minutes when you apply this, it will be like super clear. Last point you asked me to re-explain, I again did that. I hope it is clear. इसके ना problems करो तो ये clear हो जाएगा आपको. It's easy. Okay, thank you for the response. Thank you. It's clear. ये देखो, whenever there's declaration of dividend in the nature of dividend covered in 222 A, B, C, D, E, it is taxable in the hands of the shareholders as income from other sources. Deduction for interest paid related to dividend is allowed how much? Up to 20% of dividend. No other deductions are allowed. Ma'am, ये तो हमने already workout कर लिया. I have given you best of booster notes, running notes in today's class. तो बिल्कुल. And when I apply this and solve liquidation problem, it will be like super awesome clear. Pakka. Chalo. Rahul. Yeah. Rahul is holding 28% equity shares. This is already an exam problem for 3 marks. If you want, you can write. Rahul के 28% equity shares हैं. So is he having substantial interest in the company? 10% से ज़्यादा shares, 20% से ज़्यादा profit. Took a loan of 5 lakh from the same company. On due date of granting the loan, company had accumulated profits of 4 lakh. And how much loan company gave to Rahul? 5 lakh. The company is engaged in some manufacturing activity. Is the amount of loan taxable as deemed dividend in the hands of Rahul if the company is a company in which public are substantially interested? Yes? Are you all getting? Rahul has taken the loan from a company. Will it be taxable as deemed dividend if the company is a company in which public is interested? Answer is no. Because this deemed dividend concept is only for the closely held private companies. What would be your answer if the lending company is a private company? A company in which public is not substantially interested. Will it be taxable? Yes. But how much? Loan given is 5 lakh. Out of that accumulated profit, reserve में से loan कितना दिया? 4 lakh. So if someone is saying the answer here is 5 lakh, no. Taxable deemed dividend is 4 lakh. Out of accumulated profit, जो आपके reserves हैं, उसमें से how much reserve you have given to shareholder? 4 lakh. So 4 lakh is treated. Okay. Chalo, 13th problem. No, I want you all to write this in notebook nicely. तब 3 marks मिलेंगे, ऐसे नहीं करना. चलो, problem number क्या चल रहा है आपका? 30. Option 1. If Rahul took loan from company in which public is substantially interested. If Rahul took loan from company in which public is substantially interested, section 222 E is not attracted. Are you all writing the answer? 222 is not attracted. बिल्कुल नहीं. Because the public company or deemed dividend provisions are not applicable, not attracted. As deemed dividend provisions are not applicable. चले साथ में. Second option. पढ़ो आप वहां पे. What would be your answer if it is a private company? If loan is taken out of accumulated profits, write down all of you the language to get 3 marks. Loan is taken out of accumulated profits. If the loan is taken out of accumulated profits, up to rupees 4 lakh is taxable as deemed dividend. 222 clause E. Clear and ma'am, but loan taken is 5 lakh. Out of accumulated profits, how much the loan is taken? 4 lakh. That will be taxable as deemed dividend income from other sources. अच्छा है, clear है. One more we will take. I think they are simple commenting questions. So if you are clear, we can write the answer itself. देखो ये पढ़ो. D is business of manufacturing and he is also the MD and held nearly 65% shares. A substantial part of D is obtained through a private limited for this purpose, private limited passed on advance received from its customer D to execute the job. Are you getting? D is in the business of manufacturing. He is also an MD and he owns 65% of shares of the private company. A substantial part of the business of D is obtained through private company, for which the private company passed on advance received from customer D to execute the job. AO held that advance money received by D is in the nature of the loan given and it is treated as deemed dividend. What is the answer? No. Advance money is not treated as deemed dividend. Not. Advance money which you have given, just like business करने से पहले हम deposit देते हैं ना, they are like customary, they are routine trade advances. Advance money are customary in nature, routine in nature. If you want, write down the words. Advance money received are customary, routine in nature. So the company is saying कि हाँ डी ने जो प्राइवेट कंपनी से एडवांस लिया है, it will be taxable in the hands of the D as accumulated profit because D is holding 65% shares in the array, but private company is doing business with D, and related to business, private company has given loan. Correct है? Private company has given loan to one of the shareholder who is holding 65% share, but it is not like a loan. It is like a trade advance. So very well taxable. ठीक है? Pull Limited is a company in which हो गया question, समझ में आ रहा है? One liner. In which public are not interested. So private company. Push is a shareholder of the company. 15% share. So substantial share है. Accumulated profits of the company are 10 lakh. Company lent 1 lakh to Push an account pay check, and the loan was not connected with the business. Okay. Push repaid the loan. Exempt the effect. बिल्कुल taxable होगा. Taxable as deemed it. Loan आप repay करो या कुछ भी करो. Why did you take the loan? कंपनी, प्राइवेट कंपनी जिसमें योर शेयर इज 15% and you have taken loan of 1 lakh out of the accumulated profit. This 1 lakh is treated as deemed dividend. Finish. Baat hi finish. Then you repay the loan, you do anything. No problem. Easy. Last one. Naina managing director holds 70% shares and the balance as on March 22 reserves are 6 lakh. The company gave. Are you all paying attention? This you have to answer yourself. So pay full attention. The company on 1st September 2022 gave an interest-free loan of 5 lakh to supervisor having salary of 4,000 per month. Advance. The said amount of loan taken from the company to Naina. Are you getting? कंपनी कौन सी कंपनी है? प्राइवेट कंपनी है. उनके रिजर्व्स कितने हैं? 6 लाख. वहां पे एक नैना है जिसके पास 70% शेयर्स हैं, and the company has given interest free advance of 5 lakh. The AO has taxed the amount of advance pura. No, amount of loan given is 6 lakhs, but amount of loan given कितना है? 5 lakh up to the reserves. So 5 lakh will be treated as deemed dividend. 5 lakh will be treated as deemed dividend. Clear to all of you? Following or not? So that easy are all these problems. We have done problems for ATM. Now last question for today is related to this flow chart and liquidation concept. Very nice it is, and exactly same question you can expect for 8 marks. अब ये इसमें हम ये कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करेंगे रिजर्व्स वाला. देखो, when assets are transferred by way of distribution, you all know what is liquidation? Winding up of the company. So when assets are transferred by way of liquid distribution to the shareholders of company on account of liquidation, such distribution shall not be regarded as transfer in case of company. Are you getting? Who says this? Section 46 and 47. If you want, write down. Not even 47, frankly speaking, this is section 46(1). ऐसे ही लिखो. 46(1) क्या बोल रही है? Company is transferring the asset to shareholder on account of liquidation. ओ हम कंपनी बंद कर रहे हैं, ये लेके जाओ, घर जाओ, बाय बाय. So when they are transferring it like that, will it be taxable in the hands of the shareholders, in the hands of the company? Answer is no. Followed or not? Any asset which is transferred to the shareholder by the company on account of liquidation. This is a transfer which is exempt in case of company. Go back and read your internotes. Holding to subsidiary, subsidiary to holding, transfer of the assets to the shareholders on the liquidation. Is it a transfer? Yes. It is exempt in the hands of shareholder. अब बात आ रही है shareholders को तो टैक्स देना पड़ेगा. Shareholder is saying I sell my rights, I mean shares to third party or I sell it to company. I'll have to pay tax. In case of shareholders, capital gain should be charged as follows. First, whatever amount is received, deduct deemed dividend. Are you getting? Shareholder को हमने बोला ये लो आपके शेयर कैपिटल के लिए 10 रुपए, 4 रुपए रिजर्व. So when I'm giving 14, whatever is coming against 4, that is taxable as deemed dividend, and whatever is coming as 10, that is like sale consideration of the share. One problem we'll do and it will be clear to all of you. And distribution in kind है तो you have to take the fair market value उस दिन का, वो तो ठीक है जिस दिन liquidation होगा. Now capital gain, fair market value of the asset received मुझे आ गया, plus amount of cash कुछ आया है तो calculate shareholders interest in the accumulated profits. हाँ, total 6,000 share है तो मेरे पास 1,000 है तो 1/6 share होगा, like that. Consideration, one way is I'm reading and solving this problem. Another is solve the problem and reverse go and read. It will surely be clear to all of you. And if the shareholder later transfers that asset, जो कंपनी से मिला वो क्या हो जाएगा shareholder के लिए? Cost हो जाएगा. Whatever fair market value of the asset received as sale consideration of the shares from the company to the shareholder, that will become the cost when the shareholders sell it. हमने shareholder को agricultural land दे दिया, हम कौन है? Company. तो is it a transfer me? Yes. But is it taxable? No. Shareholder, you are getting agricultural land. Whatever is the fair market value, that's the sale consideration. Against shares, you are getting the fair market value of the asset. And when you transfer that asset also, whatever is the sale consideration now will be the cost for the shareholder. Okay? Points are very easy. Even if some of the students are feeling not clear, do this last problem for today and then it will be clear. बाकी एक और 2 प्रॉब्लम्स हैं which I'll give 1 or 2 as homework and then we will check क्या करना है. अभी तो we are doing the 20th one. साथ में करते हैं. Miss Veena purchased 1,000 equity shares of the private company. Private company shareholder को कुछ भी दो तो out of the reserves it is treated as deemed dividend. चलो. Mrs. Veena purchased 1,000 shares of the private company, 120. Company was winded up in July 22. Following is the summarized balance sheet. Read it, no? 2 minutes continuously I'm speaking. Total, how many shares are there? Same problem is already there in your scanner for 8 marks. 6,000. Out of that, Veena के पास कितने shares हैं? 1,000. So can I say 1/6? Reserves are there 40 lakhs. Provision for taxation 250. Land है company के पास और एक private company है और cash है. Now, tax liability was ascertained at 3 lakh after considering refund due to the company. Tax liability was ascertained at 3 lakh. You have already made a provision of 250. 50,000 more can we take from the reserves? Journal entry सबको समझ में आ रहा है नहीं? The remaining assets were distributed to shareholders. Market value of 6 acres of the land on July 22 is 10 lakh per acre. तो इसकी book value छोड़ दो. Market value कितनी है? 60 lakhs. Agricultural land was received by Veena and she sold it again for 15 lakh. Discuss the tax consequence in the hands of company and Veena. प्रॉब्लम पढ़ो पहले, तो प्रॉब्लम में क्या प्रॉब्लम है ये बोलो, प्रॉब्लम पढ़ने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है बोलो, टेक योर टाइम एंड डोंट टेक इट अदरवाइज कि मैम क्या करा रहे हैं समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. इट्स अ सिंपल प्रॉब्लम ऑफ कैपिटल गेन लाइक स्लम सेल, but language is different and interpretation is different, but it's not tough, it's very easy. Private company is closing. Out of general reserve, whatever they give to shareholder, is it taxable as deemed dividend? Yes. Data is clear or not? 1/6 and all. Chalo, let us do it in notebook. Problem number 20. Concept of liquidation and deemed dividend for closely held company. So that you know, your mind knows what you are writing if you write the title properly. Exam में लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, directly you can start. Computation of income of Miss Veena. ठीक है, हम वीना के लिए कर रहे हैं. Actually they have asked you company also. कंपनी के लिए तो exempt है, but I'll tell you now. We'll write the note later. Let us compute the income of Veena. Veena got agricultural land. Agricultural land, 10 lakhs into 6, 60 lakhs. Are you all with me? 10 लाख पर एकड़ का रेट है और 6 एकड़ लैंड है, तो 60 lakhs है. उसमें वीना का शेयर कितना है? 1/6,000 shares out of 6,000. Not a single student in the class should copy if you are not following the problem of 8 marks. Give me a call if you get this same problem in exam. Total 6,000 shares are there with the company. Out of that, Veena has how much? 1,000. तो 60 lakhs जो लैंड है उसमें वीना को कितना मिलेगा? 1/6, and that is coming to 10 lakhs. Now cash कितना है? 650, but out of that you have to pay 3 lakh tax. Are you all able to pick up the question, please? If you can give the response. 650 cash है, we are closing the company, so whatever assets are there, pay off the liability. Out of 650, 3 lakh cash में पे कर दो टैक्स, बचा हुआ 3,50,000 डिस्ट्रीब्यूट 1/6. देखो कितना आ रहा है. $58,333. Total assets received. $15,83,333. कंपनी ने एग्रीकल्चरल लैंड का 1/6 दिया कैश. आफ्टर पेइंग ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ड्यूज उसका भी 1/6 दिया. Now less. How much are the general reserve? 40 lakhs minus 50,000. Anyone in the class is having doubt कि 50 क्यों minus कर रहे हैं? You have made provision for taxation 250, but actual tax is 3 lakh. Are you all getting? Your provision for taxation is 250, but your actual tax is 3 lakh. So 50,000 extra you need to withdraw from general reserve and make your general reserve 39,50,000. Now, though you have got from company assets and land and cash, out of that 1/6 of reserves, what you have got, tax it as deemed dividend. Karo. 658, 333. Are you following? Shareholders, against your 6 lakh, take this. Against your reserves. But why did I not take reserve 40 lakh? Because reserve is 40 lakh, but provision is 250. And you have paid 3 lakh. So 50,000 shortage of provision. Can you adjust in reserve, those who know the journal entries? So now reserves are 3950. So out of the total amount which came from company, whatever has come for reserves, this will be taxable in the hands of the shareholders as what? Deemed dividend. Remaining is your sale consideration. Remaining is your sale consideration. Practice the concept and do one homework. I'll take up the same thing tomorrow. Of course, we'll do something ahead also. Anyone is having doubt? Total from company, I got land, cash, all 15 lakhs. But out of that, whatever has come against reserves is taxable as income from other sources, and whatever has come against capital, that is sale consideration. So what is sale consideration? 9,25,000 less index cost of acquisition because the holding period is more than 1 year. कितने में खरीदा था वीना ने? फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम, वीना परचेज द शेयर्स for 1,20,000 on February 15. So it will be 1415. February 15 देखते से 15 16 मत ले लेना, आंसर गलत हो जाएगा. It's 1415. And now it is 2223. Now please check, I have given you all index rates on page 221. 1415 का index कितना है? 240. 2223 331. 240 has become, this is like a routine capital gain problem. 240 has become 331. So 120. Ma'am, why you are taking indexation for shares? These are private companies. Had it been listed company on which STT is charged, we will not take up. Done? Long-term capital gain. 759, 500. Why did I teach you so much concept of dividend? Company is giving against capital. I want all of you to first understand. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You all will surely follow. ये देखो एक बार. ये देखो. Company is giving you against your shares, against your reserves, land and bank. So whatever you have got, land, bank, मिला के, out of that, whatever you have got against reserves, that's treated as deemed dividend because private company is giving reserves to shareholders on liquidation. Section 2, clause 22 and यहाँ पे C clause. तो निकाल दो. So you will get the core sale consideration which has come to you for shares. And now you calculate your routine capital gain. You know, it's like company, I'm closing the company. I'm say the company where I'm shareholder. They give me all assets, cash, everything lump sum. I'm saying, listen, out of this, how much has come for accumulated profit? That will go in income from other sources. Remaining is whatever company is giving to me is the sale consideration for the shares I'm giving to company to cancel. Are you following? कि why we are doing all the plus and देखो वापस देखो notebook. Company gave me agricultural land 10 lakhs. Company gave me cash 15 lakhs. So I have 15 lakhs. Out of that, whatever company has given for reserves, this will be treated as deemed dividend taxable in income from other sources. Remaining is the sale consideration and index cost and capital gain. Next, last line of the problem. Agricultural land received was, see, agricultural land is recorded at the fair market value because I received it at the FMV. Now, I am selling it immediately. Last line of the problem. I will also go and read it from here. Agricultural land above was sold for 15 lakhs. Discuss the tax consequence in the hands of the company and the Veena. तो पहले तो वीना के हाथ में देख लेते हैं. Yeah, short-term capital gain. Now it will come. Sale of agricultural land. कितने में बेचे? Sale value FMV, what I have received, will be the cost for me now. Are you getting? मुझे कितने में मिली है? Yeah, there's a calculation mistake. You're right. This is 10 lakh 58,333. Change it. 658,333. So 4 lakh. Cost of acquisition is correct only. Yeah, it's correct. It's 4 lakh only. Sale consideration. Because 658,333 will be taxable as income from other sources. All right. Now, what will be the short-term capital gain? Sale of agricultural land. Last line. कितने में sale किया? 15 lakhs. Less. What is the cost of the acquisition? कितने में खरीदी आपने? 10 lakhs. So, what is the short-term capital gain? 5 lakhs. Sale of agricultural land 15 lakhs. Cost कितना है? 10 lakhs. Short term capital gain 5 lakhs. Whatever is the fair market value which I have received, when I sell it, that's going to be the cost for me. This logic we have seen in many other topics in the capital gain. And income from other sources में deemed dividend भी taxable होगा. What is the deemed dividend? Deemed dividend है ना यहाँ. 658,333. 658,333. This I should have written in the inner column. Now what is the total income? Pucho na, ask your doubts if you have any. 234,500 is the long-term capital gain. 5 lakh is the short-term capital gain. And deemed dividend is 658. 658, 333. 10,92,830. I hope today's class was not overdosed. Did you follow? Of course, I'll repeat all the. Ma'am, can't we use provision for tax to pay actual tax, and why did you deduct? Array, now, Krishna, this is journal entry. I don't mind making you write journal entry. You know what is my journal entry while I pay the tax? Provision for taxation debit. I have already, accounts is anyhow my favorite. Kabhi bhi puche, I'll not say no. Provision for taxation debit 250. But actual tax I have paid through cash at bank credit 3 lakh rupees. So 50,000 provision which is shortfall. I have to adjust it against general reserve now. Check and tell me, is it clear now? That's the benefit of doing live classes. You should get your doubts cleared instantly. All others should also respond. That's why I reduced your cash from 650. I want everyone to write this journal entry in income tax notebook. Likho. Sabko malum hona chahiye. How much cash is going out? 3 lakh. That's why we have deducted cash 3 lakh. Ye dekho. Cash 650 minus 3 lakh. Baki only 1/6 I give to Veena. And why 1/6? Because out of 6,000, Veena is holding 1,000 shares. Now, provision for taxation debit 250. But 50,000 provision is shortfall. Can I adjust in reserves? Yes. So now my reserves, which I want to distribute to shareholder, is not 40 lakhs. Because out of that 50,000 we have adjusted for taxation. So it is 39 lakh 50,000 ka 1/6. Now shareholder, ye le lo land, ye le lo cash. Bye bye. So shareholder is saying, oh, okay, you gave me 10 lakh. But out of that, whatever I have got for reserves, out of this, whatever I have got against reserves is taxable as deemed dividend. Income from other sources. This is, clause 222C. I've taught you 5 clauses. ये C वाला clause है. Transfer of assets, closely held company to shareholder on liquidation. तो ये है. Remaining जो आ रहा है वो sale consideration, indexed cost and routine problem. Now with journal entry, is it clear or you all have still some doubt? Ask if you have any doubt. Okay, others should also respond. Take a pause and tell me, is deemed dividend concept clear in liquidation? Many times I've seen the teacher starts directly with liquidation and they give this. Thoda sa we have done in-depth 5 clauses of deemed dividend, 3 kinds of dividend, ATM, but this is like a package. वापस करो इसको. Tomorrow when we take the 3rd class for business restructuring, I will check this and homeworks. And homeworks you have to do it. Take 1 page, waste it, scratch karo, kuch bhi karo, loosely nahi karna. It's like, half of the winning is in your mind. It's not my dialogue. I heard it today. If someone says, how do you balance all the things, your studies, your health and your other development and all? Everything is in mind. When you drive a two-wheeler, do you balance it actually? 60-80 kgs of Honda Activa, are you balancing? The day you feel no, you are not able to balance, तो उस दिन तो bang होता ही है. Otherwise, it's all in the mind. Aram se you are driving. Someone is showing right indicator. Aram se you take little left and then you go on your way. So make sure that you all are working hard. You are doing homework. You are writing chapter wise test. Only thing is, if you do it with more uplifted energy level, and that comes by 2 things. If you are contented with your surroundings and if you appreciate what you already have. I know some minuses are there in everyone's life, but this is very important for your mindset. If you're grateful, you will get good teachers and good material and good questions in the exam, and you will get through in a nice flow. Provided You raise at that level कि I am content here and now I want to do more for my degree. If you do kitch and then if you study forcibly, that energies will not go right. Huh? So promise, surely you will do this. Take down homework is problem number 21 and 22. Same. कैश इन हैंड है 5 लाख और जो भी है. तो आप करो इसमें से. इंस्टेड ऑफ एग्रीकल्चरल लैंड दे आर गिविंग डिबेंचर्स, तो ठीक है. एंड दिस इज द एग्जैक्टली सेम. दे आर गिविंग लैंड एंड कैश. ओके. एंड दे हैव टू पे सर्टेन इनकम टैक्स ऑल्सो. सो पहले तो कैश में से इनकम टैक्स पे कर दो और फिर बाद में you take it and do the classwork again. If you want, I can give the format. 1 minute. I know we are late. One second. ये देखो, ये यहाँ पे दिया है, फ्लो चार्ट भी दिया है मैंने. ये देखो, capital gain on distribution of assets by company into liquidation. In the hands of company, distribution of that agriculture land and all, it is exempt. We didn't write it as answer, we have to write. In the hands of the shareholder, whatever comes out of accumulated profit, deemed dividend, other source. Whatever comes for shares, total minus deemed dividend, routine, capital gain. Flow chart, then these points, and then this problem. If you practice for 10 minutes and then if you do the homework, it will be clear. Come back to your notebook and write down one more line. It's a part of your answer. Taxability for Veena is over. Taxability for company. Quickly write down. Taxability for company. Transfer of assets. Transfer of assets. क्या asset है? Agricultural land plus cash by company to shareholders on liquidation is exempt in hands of company under section 46(1). Over and out. Transfer of assets by the company to the shareholders on liquidation is exempt in the hands of shareholders. Clear to all of you? Right? So that's all for today's class. I'm probably making a plan if we can start 10 minutes more earlier or whatever, 11:15, 1:15 we can close so that all other schedules are not disturbed. That's all for today. Homeworks will you all do? Promise? And mindset. 5 things for which you are grateful. कुछ ना कुछ तो मिल ही जाएगा. Huh? So write that, and when you vibrate at higher level and then when you study, the things will go fast. Everything will sync properly. That's all for today. See you all tomorrow morning at same time and we will continue the class. Thank you so much, all of you, for wonderful response today in the class. Read it. If you have not followed, ask me tomorrow.